So we've got a topic for you today. Do you want to explain it, Crobs?
Seeing as we're all big sporting fans, we were all sitting around the other day talking about the rugby and the football.
I like foosball.
And you're right there, John.
Carol.
And yeah, we basically decided that we were having a little discussion, and we decided to pause the discussion and continue it tonight because we thought you lovely people might be interested.
Right now.
Right, boys and girl.
Animals.
Sorry, John. Animals in the Olympics, or are we
Replacing
raising this
humans.
to any sports?
Any sports, because the
Replacing
Olympics is
humans.
Animals in any sports. I'll give you an example. When we were talking about this the other night, we were discussing things such as was it squirrels?
skiing.
Skiing?
Skiing, yeah.
Skiing
Because
replacements.
someone decided it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
My
And
bad.
the result was, I believe, John said otters.
I say squirrels.
You still say squirrel. Crobs.
I can't even remember what I said.
Horses.
Well, no, because I originally said cow, but then I realised that they'd probably be better at snowboarding.
Yeah, well, due to
Clearly.
the fact they can't really hold the poles in their hand because they can't stand up very well.
No.
And I don't have hands.
Well,
You
that too.
could sort of
you could gaffer tape it. It'd be
yeah,
fine.
you could tape it onto their face, and they could just sort of move their head down.
That's cruel.
Headbanging.
I don't
Skiing.
think that's
I mean,
cruel.
that's cruel. Like sellotaping skis to a squirrel. That's fine.
And launching it with a speedboat. Not skiing. Oh, I was thinking of jet skiing
No,
again.
that's water skiing.
Jet skiing? Water
Jet-
skiing?
no,
jet skiing is where you use a
very
jet
different
ski.
still.
Is that different again?
Yeah.
That's where you use a jet ski.
Water skiing is where you're on skis and you go behind a boat. Jet skiing is where you're on a jet ski, which is like a motorbike that goes on water.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm a big sports fan. I love the F1.
Why are they called jet skis? Why aren't they
F1.
called motorcycles?
Because they're
Should we do
jet powered and they ski.
first sport? What animal would be best suited to the Formula One?
Funny enough, I was going to
Formula
go with that just
One.
afterwards.
Oh, that wasn't my one. I was just going to do it
I was
anyway.
thinking
just
of
to
all
run
the
Dogs.
athletic sports out there,
Dogs.
but no, Formula One.
Why
Birds.
dogs?
Because dogs can already drive cars. They're doing it in America, aren't they? For blind people.
Yes,
They can drive them.
can.
There's a couple which have been in a training program and they can drive
Yeah.
a handicapped car. It's all done with the paws at the front.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I wouldn't really trust it.
I trust it.
Look at its sneaky eyes. You know it's going to drive you off a cliff.
Give it a little
It's been
treat.
planning this for years.
Give it a little treat when it stops at a junction.
If you don't give it a treat, it'll just keep going through the stop signs.
Of course they could make racing drivers. Just lay them in.
With a little pair of goggles.
And a crash hat.
I like
I'd-
the idea.
I'd have to disagree.
I like the idea of a squirrel with its feet duct taped to a steering wheel. Eventually, it would get the fact that moving one arm or the other controls the car.
Arm.
I reckon arm.
You said feet.
Yeah.
The whole
I
squirrel would be
meant
sellotaped to the
arm.
steering wheel. It's only a small thing.
Well,
If the whole
obviously
thing-
small cars, not man-sized cars.
Squirrel size.
Jesus.
car.
We're not,
John.
we're not changing the sport for the animal.
Don't draw it.
Oh, John's drawing it. Here we go. This will be uploaded onto Facebook later, ladies and gentlemen.
Brilliant.
Just keep going.
John is drawing a sketch.
I think
Want to win John's sketch?
I
Text
think-
in.
I don't know.
I think you know how you get parrots that are very good at balancing, and so they just tip back and forth.
yeah.
I reckon that if you had a brick on the accelerator, you just have a parrot sort of on the back, and it could tilt it, and it could go.
Well, you see, my first.
Listen, Paul.
Do you know pigeons travel by road?
Yes.
I've
They,
heard of
they
it.
don't. I've never
No,
seen.
no, no. A
pigeons
lot-
on
a
the
lot of birds.
when they fly, they use roads for.
Yeah, a lot of birds do use
landmarks.
roads now because they can trace it as a landmark to get back home.
That makes
Adaptation.
more sense. That makes more sense than what I thought.
Yeah,
You
they
thought-
don't just like getting tiny cars
waddling
like
along
squirrels.
the side of the road.
Hitchhiking.
They don't have thumbs, so it wouldn't work.
You could glue one on the end of the wing.
Possibly. Which wing? The wing of the car, or?
Oh no, the wing of
Just
pigeon.
sellotape it to the roof.
Sellotape the pigeon to the roof.
He'll get there. He loves it.
That was lovely.
It was quite a good pigeon impression.
Coo.
John, your turn.
Well, I'm going to go with that one.
Was that your pigeon?
It's the same as all his other
inadvertently.
animals.
Sellotape to the roof.
Here's my pigeon, suicidey.
Okay, Crobs. What's your sport?
The pole vault.
The pole vault, an interesting one.
Oh,
Obviously, sort of something like a flea would be quite good.
It's an easy choice for me.
Wait, does the pole have to be scaled the same scale?
Pole,
Yeah.
so it's something that has to be able to use a pole. So
I
it's
Or
would-
sellotape it to it?
So, yes.
Oh, Jesus. I would
suppose, John.
personally select something like the chimpanzee.
I was
gonna
going to
say
say something monkey
gorilla.
You could say that for pretty much any of the sports, couldn't you?
Well, I just did.
I don't know. My
Well, you
sport.
didn't think of it.
My sport's not a monkey. It's a fairly obvious choice what you go for hurdles.
Horse.
Kangaroos.
No.
Oh, no, horse.
Hurdles.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
Horse.
they hurdle anyway in
the
racing,
gap's
sort of.
too small. The
Dressage.
horse wouldn't be able to do it.
Pony.
Gazelle.
No.
Or, better
gazelles
still, a
leap,
duck.
they
You
don't
could just go
jump.
straight underneath them.
No, gazelles can jump really high.
No, but gazelles leap forwards as opposed to upwards.
I love how you say that as if they don't take off the ground at all.
They
They just
move
man-
skid.
forwards.
Slide.
In which case, they'd be
That's
great
called
skiers.
walking.
Yeah.
Ski the way down the ramp. Oh no, I think
That was my impression of a
You love-
gazelle
You love
skidding.
those noises.
I think a gazelle would be a pretty good hurdler
Yeah, so we've
because a horse would take up like the entire gap between the
That's
hurdles.
why I say
Wouldn't be able to
pony.
jump over them.
Or giraffe.
A
It
little,
just- a
little
giraffe could
tiny
just step over
Shetland
them.
pony
yeah, newborn, barely even walk.
waddle over them. And
To
just
be fair, a
fall.
giraffe could just walk over them.
Yeah, but that'd be cheating.
Not
Has
really.
to jump.
Yeah,
Well, you wouldn't get an elephant then.
What
I
about
was going to
horse
say, can
racing?
elephants jump?
horse racing. I think horses would be all right at that.
Well, no.
it's
To replace
something
the jockeys,
riding
I'm guessing.
horses, yeah.
Horses riding humans.
Obviously.
Tiny monkeys riding dogs.
What is it with the... No. Okay. I think we're going to have to put a ban on all primates.
Oh, speaking of
They're
primates,
too
I
good.
saw a really sad news story the other day.
I thought you were going to say you saw a really sad monkey.
No, it was in China. They had two monkeys cycling and a bear cycling, and it was a race. And one of the monkeys fell off, and the bear ate it.
Oh,
Don't laugh, you bastard! You set me off laughing now. No,
it's
really
a little
tragic.
bit funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
he's
riding
riding
in
You're
fancy
thinking of dog
ways.
shows.
No,
That's Crufts.
You don't know what it is now, do you?
Yes,
Radio
it is.
silence.
Sorry, I was just playing for an image in my head, and I
What?
was lost for words. Instead of crufts, it was just crobs, and there was just lots of
Crobs.
me being led around.
Volleyball.
I really am quite self-centered. I'm
Well-
sorry.
Volleyball.
What'd be good at volleyball?
Are you
Needs-
on all fours or...
Well, obviously, one of me just went off into the corner and took a poo on the lane.
He's not going to win.
I'm still thinking about this volleyball situation.
That's my nomination for the
There
second
aren't
one.
there aren't very
no
many
primates.
there aren't very many animals that have
Meerkats.
the ability to flip thing.
Okay, go on, explain it.
Because they sort of like stand up and look
Ooh.
all peaky.
Crocodiles, they can flip the ball.
Dolphins.
I think crocodiles would be the best. Well, not the best, but one of them, probably the most suitable
For
they
what?
to play volleyball. If you turn them so they're facing tail to the net, when the ball comes over, they can open their mouth and flip it back
It's
over.
not pinball. It's
You do realise
volleyball.
Dolphins.
that the the muscles that open their mouths aren't very powerful.
Yeah, I know, but let's face it, it's better than like a frog, isn't it?
Dolphins.
Dolphins would be quite good.
Well,
You
they'd be
They
good
breathe air.
They'd be
That's
good at
water
water
ball-
volleyball.
water
Yeah, not
volleyball, yeah.
Not
volleyball.
even that, just on the sand. They could get a bit of lift. They breathe air.
And just flopping around like a dead fish.
Well, no, they'd time it. They wait till the ball's coming in, hit it. Unless they're on the losing team.
I mean, what other animals are there? You need something fairly big, because otherwise,
The Tyrannosaurus
What
Rex.
other animals are
like
there?
T-Rex would
One
be
of God's
dreadful
most
crops.
humblest
It
of
wouldn't be able to
creatures.
pick up the ball.
The
Just go to
seaweed
get it,
shark.
just go, ah. Just sort of flip its little arms around.
What would a cat be good at? They're resentful and horrible. What would that be good at? Would
Any
it even
sport,
care?
any sport that you can do.
Measurable git.
What, basketball? I was on the
Fishing.
basketball team.
I reckon
Because
cats
you
would be
can
great at
actually.
it. They can jump quite high. Would you all like to know the sport that I've chosen?
Go
Because
on then.
F1 wasn't it. It was just
Go
one
on
to
then.
start off. Cheese rolling.
Is that sport?
Yeah, do you not know what it is?
I know,
Ah.
the perfect animal.
I already know what mine is.
Go on
The
then.
dung beetle.
No.
No, this is my choice. You can't just say no to my choice.
All right.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, the dung beetle. Have you ever seen it roll a ball of dung?
very fast.
I know, but you don't. Do you know what cheese rolling is?
Yeah.
You don't
What?
roll the
you
cheese,
roll
though.
it down a hill. You don't roll the cheese. You just drop it down a hill.
Yeah, it would be able to push it down the hill and then just sort of roll
You do have to
after
keep it upright.
Sit on it.
You need something. You need something with arms, ideally, because it's got to keep it upright.
Dung beetles.
No, you don't have to hold the. You don't.
You just have
touch
to catch
the
it.
cheese.
You roll it first. Like the referee just
Yeah.
jumps it off
The
the hill, and you
referee
just have to be
rolls
the
it,
one
and
to
you
get
just got to
it.
run after it.
No, it has to stay upright though. I was reading about it the other day when I was also
Well, yeah, it
reading
has to
about.
make it to the bottom.
I was
Yeah.
reading about gravy wrestling as well. Apparently, that's one of the most dangerous sports as well.
Or jelly wrestling.
I don't understand why you think you'd need something to push the cheese.
Well, no, you don't push it, but it's got to stay upright. So if it starts wobbling over sideways, you got to nudge it back.
That doesn't happen. They just run after the cheese reaches the bottom long before anybody else.
With several
Cheese rolls
broken
rather
necks.
fast.
But I
It's very
think
streamlined
I
cheese.
think if computer games have taught me anything,
Hedgehogs.
yes,
How
hedgehogs
did I
would
know?
be perfect.
A big
Yeah, they
blue
just
one.
curl into a ball and just roll them down.
Yeah,
with
you could
the
just
cheese.
kick them down.
They'd be
Ah.
dreadful at it.
Do you know the
What do
best
you mean
way
they'd
to
be
cook it?
dreadful? They'd reach the bottom
It'd be
before
li-
the cheese.
It'd be
They
like
like
snail
cheese.
racing. It'd be boring as hell. Because they're really slow. And even when they curl up into a ball, their spikes would just get stuck in the mud and they'd just be stuck there.
Alex, I know that you know, but John and Ed, do you know the best way to cook a hedgehog?
Yeah.
John, do you know the best way to cook a hedgehog?
I don't know. Stew.
No.
Boil it. Peel it.
No.
With a
Peel it with a
potato
potato peeler.
I don't know. You asked me
To be honest,
how to prepare a hedgehog.
Yeah, you wrap it in clay and you cook it over a fire. Then when you break off the clay, it takes the spines with it.
Can I just have chips?
Yes.
Okay.
With your
it
hedgehog.
depends. Have you ever seen any wild chips on Wimbledon Common?
Yeah.
I'll catch them.
Little potatoes with legs running around, and then you run through a tennis racket.
You could also, of course,
Chips.
just eat. If you do happen to be on Wimbledon Common, you can just find quite a lot of nutrition in a womble.
I bet they'd be really good at like a treasure hunt or something.
What wombles?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's pretty much their life. Finding random crap that's lying around.
Well, no, it's mainly rubbish.
Yeah, random crap.
That
That's
would
pretty
be
much.
the best thing in the opening of a Wombles episode, just the narrator going, "Today, the Wombles are looking for random crap."
Look,
Another-
I found a hubcap and an old needle.
We've had a few messages through in that time. Basically, somebody has suggested sailing with koalas.
That'd be
Koalas.
adorable.
To be fair, they are very good at. You do have to grip onto something, and they are very good at gripping.
I just imagine them with little life jackets on. That's freaking adorable.
But you have got the downside there with the sailing bit that you have to move quite a lot, and koalas tend to not like doing that.
Could be worse. Could be sloths.
Koala pirates.
Oh,
That is
with a
freaking
tiny
adorable.
little hat.
That's
And
worth a
tiny eye
picture.
patches.
Oh, John,
Do
get
it,
on
John.
it.
John, get drawing. Oh.
John, a picture of a koala for reference.
Where the
Not a
hell?
koala,
Where
it's
did
like-
you get that piece of paper from?
This is from my anagram or whatever it was.
Oh,
from
that's
last,
yours. That's
from
yours.
last week.
Are they old? Are they the old anagrams?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're
same
the
old
old
ones.
ones.
Oh,
Anagrams.
damn. We need some more.
They're not anagrams.
Mnemonics then.
We could do. I could.
Yeah.
I could try one for the planet thing.
Make
Yeah,
make
yeah,
one up
yeah,
for animal-based sports.
Right. So basically, it's Mercury,
Just tell me.
Venus. Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus,
Yeah,
Venus,
And Pluto.
No,
Include Pluto.
no.
I'll think about it. If it's better and funnier with Pluto, we'll go back to 2000 and whatever it was, and we'll pretend.
To be fair, with
Okay.
Pluto, you can have the word poo.
That's always quite
Could have
funny.
poo.
If you can think of a mnemonic, why don't you text it in for the planets?
And you're not allowed to see it because you'll get a head start, all of you lot.
I'm looking
Fair
away.
So, to remember the spelling of Jupiter, all you have to remember is John undulates precariously inside tiny egg rolls.
Does Rhea know the significance of egg rolls, or is that just random? Do you think?
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's Rhea or it could be Lucy.
That's a good one. I'm going to make up a very spiteful one back now.
Oh,
Probably won't.
We've also
Beautiful.
had Marble Virgins Envy Monkeys Jolly Sassy Unwatchable Night Programs.
That was just a random assortment of words.
To be fair, so were mine.
There were a lot.
God,
That
this
was
is
very
popular.
nonsensical.
This is popular, yeah.
Oh,
Modern verified easy movements juggle spiffy unmanageable nations.
Not bad.
That's
not
quite
bad.
a good one. That kind of made sense.
Yeah.
I can go with that. I can
Do
deal
you have
with
one, Crobs?
No.
it. Are we doing
Ed?
ours now?
Nope.
I didn't realise we were supposed to have been.
Are we doing this now?
I thought it was only John.
I'll do mine.
No, it's all right.
Oh, Christ.
I've
You can
done one.
take
I've done one. I'll do mine
Make up
first
some
because
random words.
John's is clearly going to be the most offensive and the most amusing.
It's not directly offensive, but I think it's funny.
Directly.
Well, I've
It's the
tried to
best
keep
kind.
mine. I've tried to keep mine sort of within the regions of some famous people. I don't quite know why I went with this, but I have included Pluto just because it makes it easier. Yeah. Mao visits Europe mostly just so Vladimir necks potatoes.
Necks, as in necks eats.
As in, like,
Yeah.
downs them in one gulp.
Well, he is
Yeah.
a Russian.
You'd be amazed how difficult it is when you're under pressure to think of a verb beginning with
I
N.
was going to say to down a potato in one gulp. I was going to say that's quite difficult even when you're not under pressure.
Let's
Always
hear
nice.
it.
Always nice to see.
My mnemonic.
Oh, it's the
And I
planet.
have included Pluto out of principle.
Yes, give me some skin.
Mine victims emit mostly juicy sustenances, usually nipple pieces.
What? Read that out again.
Nipple pieces.
And leave that paper here so somebody might pick it up and read it.
Mine victims emit mostly juicy sustenances, usually nipple pieces.
I'm so confused.
Like clumps of stuff out their nipples.
Well,
No,
just
no, nipple pieces
pieces
of
of-
nipple. Right, that'll do. I've come up with one.
Oh,
I can't
wow,
think
that
of
was quick.
anything.
Is it controversial?
Nope.
Don't
Is-
even
Is it
bother.
sweary?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice little one.
Oh.
All I came up with, I included Pluto because otherwise I couldn't make a sentence. 'cause
Yes,
I'm not very
you've
good at
essentially
English.
admitted Pluto exists.
It exists, yeah, but it's not a planet.
Ha!
Do it.
We've got it on record.
Or the best thing I could come up with was my very edible monkey jump shots under new platforms.
What?
Brilliant.
I don't know. I just put random words next to it and
What's a jump shot?
What's
A
a
jump
conky
shot,
dong?
like in basketball.
yeah,
You do a jump shot.
you jump and throw the ball.
Yeah.
That was a lovely hand gesture there for all of you people listening.
This is why we're recording.
I'm gonna have to take a deep breath to sort of actually pronunciate all this right.
Pronunciate.
But I left off Pluto in the end because it just seemed easier. So
Yay.
happy birthday to you, Ed. But it goes: monstrous vaginas emit many Jerry Springer's unwanted nobodies. That's what I got.
Did you say that wasn't directly offensive? Because that was incredibly offensive.
That was
Could have been
amazing.
worse.
It was wonderful.
That was amazing. Can you read it one more time?
Please,
need
one
this.
Do we
more.
do it again? Monstrous vaginas emit many Jerry Springer's unwanted nobodies. I was struggling the second time.
That's so relevant
We
and
need
perfect.
we need a dramatic reading of all of your things.
I can't dramatically read. You can take a picture and put it on Facebook if you want.
I can
That's
dramatic. I can.
not really.
Do you want me to?
No, we're good.
Oh, go on. Let me.
We can post it to the guy on YouTube.
Gee, that helps.
He might do it. Oh, there's a guy who does the powerful readings. Not powerful. What did you just say?
Dramatic.
Dramatic. Powerful.